principal as well. But I mixed around with the wrong group of friends. Those people in Pinyi were the Abeng, Asing, Alien. Okay. So by being high school, you mix around all these people. Okay? And for me, my parents are never around. My father's a businessman, my mom was the editor-in-chief of her own magazine. So both very, very busy people. They only talk to me once a year. I can remember report card. So, you know, by the end of second one, I did very badly. I did so badly that what happened was, out of 8 subjects, I failed about 6 subjects. Okay, you know what's my worst subject? Chinese. 不会讲华语. And my Chinese was so bad, I used to score like 15 upon 100. Okay, my maths was also very bad. There was only one subject I was good in, English. Because why going to study? And the next thing I knew, by the end of Sec 1, I was ranked about 150 plus in my standard, which is about 160 plus students. So I was at the bottom of Pinyi, which was quite an achievement. So my father obviously was very upset at me. And my father only got one solution for me. I was like, every time I fail my exam, he'll turn to my mother, darling, please send him for more. You did the same thing. How can you go for tuition? You like tuition? So they sent me for tuition. After all the tuition happened, I still failed. Because I know how to study one. And they just couldn't force me to study. There are some kids where you just cannot force me to study. Can I force you to study? Cannot. I see your face, I know cannot. I'm also like that. And I tell you how ridiculous it is. Some of you will laugh. Do you know, I had 2 Chinese tuition teachers. Do you know why? One tutor taught me until she got so fed up. She told my mom, your son is impossible to be taught. You teach him, go in 1 year, go that year. If it's homework, you refuse to do. Then my mother said how? You know, she said, I need to have a tag team partner. My mom got 2 Chinese tutors, one Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the other Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Every Chinese tutor. Still fail. Okay? So after I keep failing, and the worst thing is during my time last time, back in the 80s, right, the government was very strict on what? Chinese. Last time it's called 9A1, so what? The moment you fail Chinese, your whole people fail already. That's why my parents were really concerned about this thing called Chinese. Why is it stupid subject? Last time. Okay. But now I think it's a very important subject, by the way. I'm trying to learn it now. Okay. And what was this? After all those things I kept failing, then one day my father came up to me. And for the first time in my life, he didn't shout at me. That's when I started getting worried. He came to me one day and said, son, I don't want to school you anymore, wasting my time. He told me this, do you know people who graduate from university, some of these people can't even find a job. This was back in the 80s, you know the recession, 87? They said, how are you came in the university? I don't know. And he told me something which is very true. The way the Singapore education system is set up. By the way, every cohort has 60,000 students. Every cohort, just to give you an example. Out of the 60,000, how many percent can make it to local university? NUS, NTU, and SMU. Now for SMU, last time don't have. You know how many percent? No, about 10%. Only the top 10%. So my father said, Adam, do you realize you're nowhere near the 10%, you're the bottom 10%? No. Like so. So I didn't really care. For one reason, because I was a very sport kid, I was an only son, I was an only child, my father was rich. Study for what? You know what I got attitude, okay? So he said to me, okay, son, if you don't want to study, very simple. I decided to send you overseas to study. So pack your bags, we're going to send you to London to boarding school for 13 years, then you come back later on. So at the point of time, guess what? I was only about 13 years old. Did I want to go? I didn't want to go. I said, Paul, don't send me overseas, you go! Ah! So he said, I give you a last chance. But next year, if you don't pass your exam, you're going boarding school on your own. That's the first time in my life I got worried. He said, I better do something. You know how? Cannot stay in Singapore anymore. But that still didn't motivate me. It was like, not a must yet. Then the next year, something happened that really changed my life. At the time, it seemed really bad, but now maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Okay? My parents had a very, very bad divorce. Okay? My mom left my dad. Okay? She migrated to Australia and she remarried. So, I never saw my mom again for many, many years. Okay? So I lived with who? My father. And my father was the one who was very strict with me. My mother was the one who spoiled me and was no more there with me. Then the next year, my father remarried. So I got a new stepmother. My stepmother has a daughter from a previous marriage. Okay, and daughter's name is called Vanessa, so I got step-sister. And my stepsister is Vanessa. She was from Raffles Girls' School. Gifted program. So, at the point of time, my father started to compare, Adam, why can't you be like your sister? Every day she studies so hard. She said, like for example, if you go to school every day and you believe school will be fun today, school is exciting, when you go to school, will you participate? When you participate and you learn, it become fun. But if you go to school, right, and you think that school is stupid, teachers, then when everyone is learning, everyone say you go to school and you have this belief. You say, I believe myself. I believe if I study very hard, I can score straight A's, I can go to RJC, I can go NUS. Now, if you really believe this, would you set higher standards for yourself? Would you be more motivated to want to work hard? Yes or no? Yeah. And by working very hard, will you definitely score straight A's? Yes or no? Yes. No. There's no guarantee in life. You may or may not. But even if you don't score straight A's, question, would you get a lot better results than what you're doing now? Because you put in a lot more effort. When you put a lot more effort, right, it takes more of your potential. But the moment you have got limiting beliefs, like believe, I cannot study social fail, Chinese stupid, my memory got problem, that's stupid. The moment you have got all these beliefs, we don't even give our best. And we don't even try, will we ever succeed? Alright? Now, why do I share this with you? Because for me, when I was young, I had very, very good lousy beliefs. I used to have very limiting beliefs. I used to be a very negative person. Everything cannot. I used to be like that. You know whose fault? My parents' fault. Not really. But to a certain extent, I must take responsibility. But see, my parents, right, they love me very much. But my mom and my dad especially, he comes from a very old generation where he doesn't believe in praising his kids. My father never praised me his entire life. He only find fault one. But it's not because he doesn't like me. That's how he brought me up. Last time when I was young, right, and I lose my thing, I say, I see always lose your thing, always like that one. Then there was one time I told my father, Pa, I want to be a doctor. Hey, you doctor, the patient should die one. My self-esteem suffered. And then last time my mother, right, when I failed my maths happen, I go to her, Mommy, I failed my maths. You know what she said? Yeah, last time Mommy also failed. I think you must have gotten my genes. Okay, so you said all these limiting beliefs are correct. See, so where do your beliefs come from? The people you mix around with. It comes from your friends, your parents, and even your teachers, agree? Let's say when you were young, you've got a very negative teacher. And every day the teacher say, boy, why are you so stupid, boy? So stupid, so stupid, so stupid, so stupid. Will it affect you? After you say, stupid, Our beliefs also come, right, as a result of our past experiences. Let's say when you were young, okay, and you keep failing maths again and again and again. After a while, you have this belief, maths is very difficult. But it may not be you cannot do maths. It could be when you were young. When the teacher was teaching in class, you just didn't pay attention because you're talking to your friend. And when you don't understand, you didn't bother to ask. When the exam comes, you never start. Or you studied the wrong. It could be many reasons. But the moment you buy the idea that I cannot do maths, my maths is very difficult. You form a mental what? Block. Make sense? Okay? So the belief is very important. So, how come this thing keep on? Stupid computer. Alright? So the point is, I used to have all these beliefs. And one of my trainers last time, he told me this, Adam, if you want to change your life, first thing is you must change your what? The beliefs you have, your mindset about yourself. And he shared with me one belief. And this belief is the philosophy behind this program. And the belief goes this way. It says, we all have the same neurology. Huh? Let's call it out first. Let's repeat. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We all have the same neurology. What's the meaning of neurology? What's neurology mean? Brain cells, nervous system. See, all of us have got the same number of brain cells or neurons. It's called your neurology. Now, I won't go into the theory. If you're interested, read my book because this is just, I just want to go into the practical facts today, right? But understand we've got the same brain potential. If we've got the same potential, we say one thing, if others can, so can I, so can you. It's only a matter of learning the right skills and what, everybody? Strategies. So last time, one of my trainers, he told me this, Adam, if your sister can be in the gifted program, you also can be in the gifted program. In PE. It's really See, Adam, if people from RI can score 8 A's, you can score 8 A's in PE. It's really And the good thing is this, because I was very young, 13 years old, I had a very open mind. And because I had an open mind, right, what happened? I chose to believe him. And when I chose to believe him, it made me very motivated. I said, wow, if people can do so, can I? But you know one thing, guys, believing by itself, is it enough? No. Imagine every day you sit down, you don't work hard. You just say, I believe. Of course it won't work, right? Because you say what? Belief is just the very first one.